So as he so they were separated, so he would start having these visions once he got home, returned home. And he had a best friend who was a pilot as well, who was very good. They were very good pilots. And he lost his friends, his family, his wife separated from him because he was having these visions. These visions was of another world, or just another place, another dimension. He could see things that were happening in that world, that place. And so it was just too much for his wife. So, but he was, I can't remember his other job, but very knowledgeable, very smart. And apparently, I don't know if he was, I don't know how he was discharged from the military, but everything fell apart when he came back and started having those visions and stuff, and people would know that he has this thing going on, and it destroyed everything in his life. For the relationships in his life. So they didn't even give me a spoon, y'all. So the daughter saw this when they fell in the hole and contacted the father. Or the father had been trying to contact her. When they fell in the hole, the father was telling the daughter, I could see that your mom and your brother, they're alive. And I'm going to do something about it. They're alive. But the FBI and beyond, they were like, how do he know this? You know, she wore her wedding ring around her neck on a chain. The wife did. During the earthquake, when she woke, well, you know what I'm saying, when she woke up in 10,000 BC on the ground, she had lost her chain. Well, the husband found the chain with the wedding ring in LA by a rock, a big boulder. Now, when she landed in 10,000 BC, she landed in the same spot that he found the rock in LA. I'm just saying. But anyway, it's a good series. It's like I said, it's only 3 episodes so far. It's on NBC. He ends up, when he found that and he showed his daughter, people believed him now. His so the authorities, they have put on a thing to where they say, well, you can help us now and this and that, because he's quite special. They knew what it was. They knew what happened. But before, people were never able to come back. Or not only that, they did not know if they were able to bring them back. But now with him, they know that they can bring them back. But I just want to tell you the animals that they ran across when they first landed, because it's so much. And then also the guy from Chicago I'm thinking Marine Corps, Chicago PD, that played Antonio, he's in there. You know, he's in there as kind of a hero and stuff. And oh man, it's really good. The first thing they ran across was a wolf as big as an apartment complex now. You ain't gonna believe what else they ran across. They had put all the food together and try to ration it out, you know. They ran across. They were arguing over the food until a giant sloth came, a giant ground sloth. I said, oh my God. And a giant ground sloth came and ate all the food. They saw camels. And these are like prehistoric, I mean like I said, the wolf was prehistoric. And the ground sloth was prehistoric. A saber-toothed tiger. But the wolf was the first thing that came out, and it actually wounded the boy. And so they had to go on a mission to the... Hey, beautiful people. I hope that everyone is having a blessed day. Yes, you know that I do. It is sushi time. I went and got me some sushi for lunch, and what I have is some spicy tuna rolls, and also the spider roll. The spider roll is the soft shell crab, fried soft shell crab in sushi, at sushi. So I'm gonna go ahead and say my grace, and along with that, some miso soup. And they didn't even give me a spoon, but I'm gonna work it today. As I said, this is my lunch. This is actually my only meal today, and it's 1 o'clock. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I've had a taste for sushi. I'm gonna go ahead and say my grace, and I'm gonna get it in, okay? Amen, amen, amen. All right. So what I have here, from Achi Ichiban. That's the name of the restaurant, Achi Ichiban, and they have Okinawa style food, Okinawa Japan style food. So they have the soba soups and the sushis and the stir fries and things of that nature, in the bento boxes, okay, and really reasonable. So here's the thumbnail. Okay, I want you all to be able to see this. So what I'm gonna do, I don't know how many of y'all watch Kevin Hart's on his radio, his program, Plastic Cowboys, the red, well no, not Plastic Cowboys, Red Cup Boys or something like that. Oh my God, they are so funny. They have different comedians on there. Him and his boys are on there, as well as some of the greats, Red Fox, and I like Lavelle Crawford. I like a whole lot of comedians. Too many to name. But anyway, I want to also, I'm gonna do a recap on a show on NBC that I have discovered. Okay? Because I got a question for y'all. But first, let me ask you, you ever, oh boy. Okay. This is the, before I go there, let me go ahead and do this. This is the pickled ginger I don't like the pickled ginger to be dry. And this is what they use for sushi. Usually they use the yellow one, or they use the pink one. And for sushi, and it's used, they when I say they, the Japanese, I've seen them eat it to cleanse their palate after they've eaten the sushi and stuff. But I love the wasabi. This is wasabi. Wasabi is very hot, very spicy. It will clear your sinuses. What I do is I take a little of wasabi here, because like I said, you may want to use it sparingly if you're not used to hot stuff or spicy stuff, but you may not even want to use this. Just use soy sauce for dipping your sushi. Y'all, when you eat sushi, do me a favor. Just do me a favor. Use chopsticks. You know how it is. They say when you in Rome, do what the Romans do. I know we're not in Japan, but it's their culture, their food. So I just choose to eat it like they have it. And they'll excuse me. And that's one thing about it too. They'll show you how to eat their food. They watching you eat, and you're not eating it right. They are very tactful, for the most part. I found them to be very tactful, very honorable, very loving people. The from Okinawa, Japan. So what I do is I go ahead and I dip this. You know, it's funny how your words can get miscrewed. You know, remember when you were in elementary school and your teacher did that? To me, it's like an experiment. Did that game of putting everyone in a circle and whispering in the person's ear next to them, and that person whispering into the other person, and so on and so on's ear, until when it gets back, it's a grapevine. So when it gets back to the teacher, when it gets back to the end of the circle, whatever, you know what I mean. I know a circle is ongoing, but you know, when it gets to the last person, that person has to repeat what was originally said, and it's all misconstrued. Spicy tuna, y'all. I usually don't get the spicy tuna. I usually get this tuna nigiri with just the tuna over the rice, sushi rice. That's tuna nigiri sushi. But with this, I discovered this spicy tuna about a month ago, and I was like, wow, I ate the whole thing, and I was like, I like it. So anyway, here we go. I'm going to give you an example of how words can be misused, how it's important to know the English language so that you don't miss words in a sentence. Let me give you an example of a sentence as to how, or a little joke I heard. And I'll tell you where this joke came from when I'm finished. So, this is an example of how, if you miss words, that's why I don't like texting, because words can get so, people interpret them and what you say is so differently, and usually it's in a negative way. So let me show you, let me give you an example. Oh George, let's not. Oh George, let's. Oh George. Oh. Did you get it? Oh George, let's not could be anything. But if I cut out words of that sentence, each time I said it, each time I cut out a word, it meant something else. Or a person interpreted it as something else, right? Wasabi being fried beautifully right over. The ginger is supposed to help with the spiciness, I think, too. As you can see, I'm going to do a thumbnail with this. This is the soft shell crab. It's fried. Oh, and another thing, they eat their sushi whole, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do too. So I got me some wasabi and some soy sauce on there, and they already had, I think this is the I was thinking of the Ponzi scheme, the Ponzi or Ponti, some type of sauce that they put, you know, each restaurant, they have their own way of doing the soft shell crab. And I have the soy sauce and the wasabi under there. I love sushi, y'all. I buy that green tea, Lipton green tea, and they have a berry flavor out. That's what this is. And they also have a watermelon flavor. But I want to share with you all, excuse me, this movie. Actually, it's a series and it's on NBC. I discovered it yesterday. It's only 3 episodes on there, but I'm gonna tell you, it's really good. But first, let me ask you, that joke was Red Fox. You know Red Fox is off the chain. My mama introduced me to Mom's Mabley. For you all that's young, for you younger people, if you don't know who Mom's Mabley is, y'all check out, y'all research Mom's Mabley. Research Mom's Mabley. She was a comedian, an older lady. She also did a few movies too. But anyway, back to the series that I'm going to tell you about. It's called LABREA. LABREA. But first, I want to ask you, have you ever, what would you do if all of a sudden there was like an earthquake, but the earthquake, excuse me, it was earthquake-like, okay? But what happened is there was a sinkhole, and many thousands of people fell into that sinkhole. And but when they fell into the sinkhole, once you fell into the sinkhole, you were actually in another dimension, meaning you end up in 10,000 BC. Now, I would like to just do a recap. Let me do a recap of LABREA. Let me tell you about it. I'm not gonna tell the movie. I'm just gonna tell you the story. I'm just gonna do a recap, a synopsis. That's just a little brief. Okay. Picture this, LA. All of a sudden, buildings just start collapsing. Everything was just a disaster. It's just a disaster. Buildings, it's like an earthquake disaster started happening. Okay, and when the earth started crackling up and stuff, breaking out, it created a sinkhole everybody was falling into. So you have to understand that this was LA. So you have, it's almost like a city of people, you know, because, you know, you got people of all different backgrounds and everything like that. They end up in 10,000 BC. It focuses on this one family, the mother, her son, they're teenagers, and her daughter. They're both teenagers. The daughter has a prosthetic leg. I'll tell you about that later. But she has a prosthetic leg. And when they were in the car when the earthquake type thing happened. As they got out the car and started running for safety, the young man, the young boy, teenager actually, he ran back because there was a little girl stuck. He ran back and helped her and with her mother. So his mother came to try to help him, but then they saw him fall into the earth. The mother, upon trying to help him, she fell, but the daughter was able to hold her hand. She actually told her to go ahead to run. Now, the reason it was just the three of those because the parents were separated. The father was a military pilot. Years earlier, his plane crashed in the Mojave Desert. When he returned home, once he returned home, his he started to have these visions of another world. I mean, just another place. I'm just gonna say the EMS truck, y'all, because that word, I don't do so well on this pronunciation. AMBULANC, I don't do very well. What's some of the words that y'all don't pronounce very well? That's one of mine, so I just say emergency squad. But they ran into a wolf. That was the first thing. A saber-toothed tiger, camels, a giant ground sloth, and actually they also ran into a prehistoric bear. Also a bear. Now I'm gonna tell you. Now I have to have my soup like this because miso soup is some of the Heart Warriors. Miso soup is said to be some of the healthiest of the Asian soups and stuff. As you can see, it has seaweed, seaweed, tofu, seaweed and tofu. Speaking of seaweed and tofu, if you like tofu, try it like a little grilled or whatever. You know, with some little burnt marks on it. Not burnt up, but just like grilled, like some grill marks on it or something like that. And some of that lettuce. Some crispy lettuce and some soy sauce. Oh my goodness. But I did good, y'all. But yeah, y'all go and check out that movie, LABREA. And there's a preview to where they have to cross the river. And we can see the snake in the river. But it's like lion, tigers, and bears, oh my. They're losing a lot of people. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you're new to my channel, know that I do ASMRs, mukbangs, story times, vlogs, mock impressions, lip syncs, and any requests, please let me know. And I enjoy doing it. With your help, many of views, which is the support, sharing my videos, I will in the future reach 1,000 subscribers. But for now, I just want to thank you. Excuse me. I appreciate you all for watching me, because you could have been somewhere else. And last, I was going to say, I would like to give a few shout outs to a couple of channels. I would like to give a shout out to 5678 Line Dance. 5678 Line Dance is a husband and wife and I'm assuming that she's a dance teacher, but oh my God, you could just see her spirit. You could just feel her spirit through the TV. She's awesome. As far as doing, showing different types of line dances. And she had a exercise video on there. I don't know if it was her mom or his mom, but actually it was the mothers. I think it was like a Mother's Day video or something like that. But anyway, she had a video on there where she did a chair dance, the dance in the chair, or exercise, what I would call it, in the chair for seniors, and that was really awesome. And she had some really good dance things that she put together in the form of exercising that would help us out, Heart Warriors. I want to give a shout out to 5678 Line Dance. I also want to give a shout out to gosh, I can't remember. But in a minute, hey y'all, my my GoPro got hot in the spot. But anyway, y'all go and check out LABREA on NBC. And Jonah is one of my day one subscribers, y'all. My day one subscribers, a young Marine who is a king to me. Jonah, thank you, young man. Thank you, King, for all of your support. I appreciate it so much. Thanks for sharing my videos. Thanks for, you know, sharing them to where you have a discussion. You know, it makes you have a discussion about some things. And I shouted out, let's see, where did I leave off? 5678 Line Dance. And speaking of Jonah, I wanted to let you know, Jonah, we are having the place that you came for Family Day, because of the pandemic restrictions and stuff like that. We have canceled Family Day. But we are having a yard sale, October 30th. We're having a yard sale on October 30th. And let me see I think it starts at 11 or something like that. However, there's going to be a raffle for a TV as well. So come on down, check it out, bring a friend if you can, if you're able to. Let me see. There's some cooking channels and someone else. I want another channel that I wanted to shout out, but I want to let you all know too. You know, if you're starting off YouTube, always know that all views are not good views. And if you're starting off YouTube to try to become rich, for example, you may want to try something else, you know, because people get caught up in thinking all views are good views. They're not. And always remember to love yourself, treat others well, and you all stay blessed. And I want to thank you so very much. Make sure you check out 5678 Line Dance. She and her husband, they're awesome. She's just as cute as she want to be. I love it. So and it's not a prissy type thing. It's nice. It's nice hood, okay? So check her channel out, 5678 Line Dance. And there's another channel that I want you to check out, but I can't remember because I don't have notes and stuff like that here. But anyway, you all have a blessed day, and thanks so much for rocking with me. And you know I love you for free. I do. Stay blessed.